now that I look at Mercury, it goes backwards here. Let me just check it out. Okay, it speeds through Leo pretty good, and when Mercury goes into Virgo, it goes backwards and it goes back into Leo. And to me, that's important, you see, because when Mercury, see, it's right now, it's opposed. It's very important to know it's opposed. So it just puts up this, like, it's like, do you not see the circus tent over there, the wheel going, yay? The Leo show, which is the projector system, you can say, but I say, yeah, do you know how the creation of creation is happening through the sun's plasmatic field? Because that's what the Leo really points at, is our sun, the creator of, like, say, how that we see everything. I mean, really, if the damn thing wasn't there, it would be lights out, Then now we've got let alone that Neptune has gone backwards, which causes the Piscean and the artistic realm to just start fumigating out. A lot of the staunch and black and white belief systems that is like, really, why was Jesus killed, huh, in the first place? And so I'm starting to hear people come up saying, you need to just share my video on your timeline way over there, somehow insert it, and just say, put a mask on and then put one of my videos, because to run through there so they can massage. It's called massaging your mind, to just kind of break it up in there. And because what the belief system has you just not putting 2 and 2 together. It's really, if you do, it's 2 plus 2 is 5. But when you know that 2 plus 2 is 4, and when you start to hear somebody like me or any other weird-ass crazy person that's trying to, no, it's not that. It's just artists that have a certain way of expressing, and everybody's kind of unique. It could be that there isn't just one way of doing comedy or soothsaying or speaking or motivational speaking. How about just performing? How about if you yourself, your life, was to be an art? Do you think there's some people that take themselves seriously? We have, yeah, this, when Mercury is going to go retrograde. See, it's going to go through Leo, and it's going to be this, Mercury in Leo. I imagine they're really interested in all things, because it's the sun-ruled Mercury, and they're very probably upbeat with their minds, that's just illuminating with the sun capability. Might be, see, now I'm thinking of the Mercury conjunct Sun, which is not exactly good, because it becomes infused with this light of the Leo, or whatever the sun is, the sun itself, the light of the sun. It just becomes absorbed, and now it doesn't know the difference between the ego or the mind, right? The mind of God, let's say, I mean, but the sun's, like, I would say, is the mind of God, and then we have the mind coming. Or it could be vice versa. Either way, something is going to get lost, and it's definitely Mercury that gets lost, okay? So Mercury is your rational mind, and the sun, it represents, it's the sun. It represents ego. Leo, everybody knows, it's egoic. It's, what is it? It's romanticizing itself with a character played on the stage of life, and it's not, see, there's that thing, and boy, can it be dramatic as hell. And what happened in the end? Did that person get shysted or whatever? I don't know. And why? Really, why was Jesus shysted? Getting back to the, like, come on, maybe, I mean, no, because that's what you're supposed to shyst. Don't you know it's important to know? It seems bad to just shyst things, but if you know what to shyst, catches a couple flies, then you must teach about it. Catches 5 more flies. Pardon me, I don't know. I hope you like this performance, because this performance is going to come on again when the Mercury opposes Pluto once again. And it's like, halt, can we put the spotlight on the spotlight over there? That's weird. Why does it have to be there? Why does it need so much attention? the projector system over there, because it wouldn't exist without something real saying. Actually, kind of, I think it's not only being it was being babysat, but now it's a babysitting service, and everybody's a codependent. And talk about how like Happy Codependence Day. I mean, if you don't realize you're interdepending on each other in a very symbiotic manner, if anything, at the very least, we're depending like direly that. And say if there's just two people was here, that they do the right thing, for themselves. How about that? That's pretty difficult. But what if it's not impossible though? What if there's like a little certain combination, and boom, all of the potential of the human civilization unlocks. We just don't see much of a glimmer right now, the possibility of that going on. But if there's people like me left on the earth and others who they're getting a glimpse on as to how to use this particular medium to benefit the organism and to see. This is why I wanted to make this video. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my chickens. I was trying to channel and I'm now going to do it. Pardon me, I lost it. It's really important what I'm about to come up with, you guys. And I'm glad, see, you're supposed to record it. You're supposed to put it down. And because there's two sides now, there's a possibility to turn the algorithmic sensor into the favor of, I can call it the green team, but it's the organic team. Let's talk about that. No, really. Yes, I call it the green light, and it's like, wow, because the heart is the 528. It's the green light, and that's what that's the the resonator. It's what frees up. It's the thing that's playing and moving. Um, as the plasmatic field, it's very technological, but we are dealing with all spectrums of light. But the heart in particular is this green light that I'm experiencing out there. I've never seen this before. I don't know if it's just my eyeballs going bad or what, but I don't mind it. I don't see it anywhere else. No, it's a reflection from all of the trees, and it's never showed up very vividly that, in fact, you see the green light within the spectrum of gold light, I guess. And getting back to this transit with when Mercury is now Mercury is doing this fascinating thing and trying to it's gonna it's not, it's like people see usually when there's a Leo feel, and now this is kind of talking about and speaking to the Leonian phase that we're going to go through in August. It's a precursor, but now because it goes backwards, now we're looking at the Mercury that goes backwards into Leo again. See, it's going to hit Pluto again, is my point. It hits Pluto again at the end of this month on the 27th. It's hitting it now on the 3rd, and it's going to hit it on the 27th again, very slowly this time. And because it's kind of slowing down to go retrograde, it goes stationary, and then it goes retrograde, and it hits Pluto again. See, we're going to have 3 whips of Pluto, and then when it goes forward for the last time, it will have hit while going retrograde, and then it goes forward there. And let me follow it. Sorry. Yeah, and then it's done. So it's hitting 3 times. It's a very significant, intense time of communicating. And the people that are Plutonian like me, out there, people are not putting up with people who don't see through the projection service that is the Hollywood. And let's look at, oh God, there's so much to talk about just the real observation, why you wanted to see a little bit of the debate with you want to wear crystals and stuff, because the radiation coming from out of the bots that are there. I mean, Biden is not a non-human entity, and not that Trump is not one. Also, yes, he knows what he's doing. Biden doesn't. Trump is part of now if he becomes president, which we won't see it. We're going to see an age where they have debates and presidential speeches done with the excuse that maybe because they don't want them, they want this, they can say, well, to protect them from COVID-19. Remember last time he had to just get something, keep them away from the public so that they can do a completely AI generated model of a president there. Okay. Now, we're pretty sure that that's what happened. If you look at the debate again, it was very isolated, and one could have been live, who is the real puppet that is frickin' Trump, going, reacting to this as good as a Gwen Tower operated thing. You know, it's like a very cool experiment, because and then it's like, he doesn't, he's just so under control of that, you know, on his off time and during the whenever, it's just the intervals in between speaking and having to remember something. Who knows? He's installed. I don't know. Thank you for going through this journey with me. Prepare for it again. I mean, we're looking at, are you going to listen to the shoddy communications? Does it make sense, babe? What is all of that? All of that. Can we change our language a little bit and back away from Babylon, really, because you want these people's actions to speak louder than words. And yours too. And everybody's. You want to live in the world that is in 3D, and are you really going to wait for somebody to tell you how it looks and feels and all that stuff? No, because they're taking it away from you. You're here to have a good time. Doesn't make sense. Creation doesn't make sense. See, we can visualize it. They even make movies on it, and they mock it. They say, look, what if there's the possibility that you can get along with your animals so well that they actually do things for you? You know, like you can release an owl and they go give a message and they come back. That's real. Or you can look up at the ravens and they're as good as a drone that can look in your neighbor's backyard and the other canyon. Or what else? Are you going to ride a horse, plug in electrically all of its, and more like, can you ride that bird over there? Where's all the birds that we can ride around? Well, they do kind of an ostrich. I mean, I think that they're really altered things, and it's like, well, whatever. Do you want the real capacity coming through, babe? Or do you want to continue on with the necktie occupation over there? I think that there's something much more interesting in store for all of us, and we are here to tell you, as some kind of profound astrologers, with the Mercury, if the Mercury is affecting you, the Pluto, yeah, we're going to tell you something kind of uncomfortable. Guess what? With your carnival, there's going to be heavy-duty warring against something that some people don't understand, which is, it could be the technological advancement, but when really it's supposed to be technology helping advancing the human being here. And if it's true, see, we would take back all of that stuff and start broadcasting the right things, right? And based in vibrational frequency, you know, we kind of tell them the good news about things. And there's good news about good news, and there's good news. Actually, there's good news about the bad news. That's how good it can get. And yeah, boop, bip, bip, boom, bip. Can you stop that? No, we're gonna have this fucking Mercury going retrograde, come back again, boy, are you get on the guitar, maybe. Because Leo rules entertainment and on the spotlight and the scene and stuff like that, and the kids and romance and the family. Really, it's like that feeling you get that's like, you know what? I think that all of this material is mine, and what is it? It's the universe, and yes, it is. Yep, you're a human being and you belong here, and you should come alive and activate. And like I said, is it a technological advancement? Just in and of itself doing what? Or is it technology helping the human species advance into its occupation here? Because there's two types to be found here: the non-human and the human. And right now it's fully manipulated by non-human vibrational frequency that just, it participates like this. It's just an on-off signal. In a human embodiment, like when you see them walking around as a narcissist, it's just an on-off signal, and it's like, I hate to say it like this, but it's like this. Well, it's more like an on-off signal according to their programming. Okay, so it's like, does it fit in the slot of my beliefs, or does it not fit in the slot of my beliefs? It's an on-off signal. And it translates to the win-lose thing. Do we win or do we lose, really, because of the win thing and the lose? Well, what's winning and what's losing? Well, it's a good question, because there's a backdrop system that says this is your feeling when you're winning, and that means you have served and you're fine. It's like the stormtroopers, right? But you can't confuse it with the good feeling and the bad feeling, though. See, I was about to confuse it with the good feeling and the bad feeling. I was about to say the way you know is how that you are working well is the good feeling and the bad feeling, but really no, the good feelers, the ones that produce a good feeling, that know how to maintain vibrational frequency, say intellectual properties and or our spiritual belongings as human beings, because we're not here to have a bad time. And especially with the technological advancements, not advancing itself in the name of taking over, but really helping us express what we need, what's here. You know what I'm saying? Or like if there is something going on, how do we avoid getting caught in the crumbling or the whatever it's intended to do, as far as whatever it is. I mean, if it's just the earth shaking, and now what? Who has been stabilized already? Now look at the word stabilized. Look at the word stables. We got Taurus. We got Uranus and Taurus. We are expecting earth-shaking things happening starting in like July. Oh, is it July? Okay. So in July 17th here, read it. You'll read it for yourself there. I knew you would understand. The exact time that Mars conjuncts Uranus at the later degree that it's never been, we might see some earthquakes. Like, do you remember Turkey? What happened in Turkey? Now, I don't think that place in Turkey was more than 25 years old. You have to look at how those structures were built, the stack and pack structures. And then when that earthquake went off, which, by the way, they can set earthquakes off. They can just drill underground and start setting their ways of doing it. And we've heard explosions kind of going on. Anyway, in Turkey, when they started to shake the ground, the stack and pack buildings just went. That was well planned. And what can those people do? They were in such a beautiful place. They just need to run for the hills and consider the lilies. The lies.